Go in the crate. Yes. Good girl. Kiko, go inside. Hey, Kiko, go in the back. Good girl. Hey YouTube. In this tutorial we're going to go over how you can teach your toy dog to like being inside of a purse. Most people get a small dog mainly so they can bring the dog everywhere they go. And I love bringing Kiko everywhere I go. She can go to places that most big dogs can't go. So, how do you teach your dog to love being inside of a purse? I will show you. Kiko, you want to come out? Huh? Yeah!
There are 3 easy steps to getting your dog to love going in their purse. Number 1, reinforcing the dog for going inside. Number 2, reinforcing the dog for staying inside and coming out when you ask. And number 3, reinforcing the dog for being enclosed in the purse and moved around.
There are many different types of purses for little dogs. There's soft purses and hard purses. I got this hard one recently for Kiko so I can leave her at a distance and not worry about a big dog going and stepping on her or a person tripping over her. So if you have a pretty confident dog, you can sprinkle food inside of the crate and just have the dog eat out of there. And this is to build the reinforcement value of the crate. So if your dog has been pushed and shoved into purses and hate purses, there's no way they're going to go into that to get the treat. You've tricked them before, they're not going to fall for it this time. You can do another training method, which is remove the soft part of the crate and teach them to go to that. She gets a freebie treat. I throw it away so she can go away from the mat, put more treats on the mat, click when she goes to the mat. Now, as she goes to the mat, I'm going to click and feed her on the mat. So once you've taught, go to the mat, good girl, you can put the mat inside of the crate. Kiko's smart, she knows the game. Now the inside of the crate is highly reinforcing with the mat that you've built as being a reinforcing. Hi, did you want to play too? Splash got very jealous of Kiko's game, so I'm going to show you how you can purse train a dog using my Border Collie. So this is the purse. Kiko wants to go inside the purse, so I guess she can do it first. But basically you throw treats into whatever purse you want to use and feed them for staying in there. Now I'm going to throw a treat out to reset her. Now I'm going to say yes or click if she chooses to go back inside the purse. There's no treat in there. That's the really important thing. You don't always want to bribe the dog. You want the dog to choose on their own to go inside of the purse. So I could either say yes and feed, yes and feed for staying in. If they choose to come out, that's totally fine. It's their choice. You want to go out? So once they're staying there, you can use a release word. Okay is not a very good release word. So free is a good word, but I use okay, so I'm going to say okay, and then throw the treat out, teaching the dog, yes, you can come out now. If you say okay and the dog doesn't come out, you want to teach them that it's okay to come out. So you say okay, and then encourage them with a treat, click, and then they get more treats for coming out of the crate. Go in the crate. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. The more objects you can get your dog to go in, the more fun and the more easier it will be to train them to go in different types of purses. Splash! Splashes, can you go in the purse? Good girl. So when it's time to pick the purse up, that can be a scary thing too, and be carried around. Not all dogs are okay with that. So basically, you just do a little lift, click, and feed. I'm going to pick her all the way up, and feed.
You want to go as slow as the dog needs. If ever the dog looks nervous or wants to come out, put the purse down immediately and let them out. You want them to want to be in there. Try using real meat or cheese so that it builds the purse as an amazing place to be.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Here you can see I'm clicking or saying yes when I close the crate and Kiko chooses to stay inside. If she wanted to come out, I would simply not click and wait for her to go back inside. Now I'm practicing combining the two, closing the purse and picking her up at the same time. I'm also taking a couple of steps. If the dog looks nervous, you want to go back a couple of steps.
Go inside. Go. Go. Okay. Wait.
Another way to build desire to go in a purse is to put some delicious treat in there and close the purse so the dog can't get inside. This can speed up the initial steps if you're one of those impatient people. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more dog training videos and don't forget to subscribe.